don't know if we had a chessboard. Oh, hello.
We're being watched.
Yeah, we're being watched.
Yeah.
This is the daily vlog.
Yes.
And
we're here every day for.
Yep. And you probably know who we are by now. So, so every day this week we've been doing a riff on another game and how to play another game. And so today's game, I guess we're going to do is chess. And
cool.
so,
Chess. Now, if we had a chessboard, we'd show you.
I know how to play chess too.
Okay.
Good. All right.
Okay. So anyway, a chessboard is the same as a checkerboard. It's an 8x8 grid with 64 squares. 32 of those being a dark color, and 32 of those being a light color.
And you start off the game already kinged and queened and castled, knighted, pawned.
Yeah. In contrast to the kind of the lower brow game of checkers, although that's arguable.
Lower brow.
But chess is a game. It's one of these that we hope that we can teach you how to learn to play within 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Go.
But will take you a lifetime to learn how to master it. Okay, the first players on the chessboard, you'll notice, are the ones that have little round heads, and they're on the those are called pawns.
Who starts, black or white?
What?
White.
White starts.
Okay, but first you have to know how to set up the chessboard. So you've got these 8 similar pieces. They're called pawns, and they go across the second row in front of you.
Yes.
There's the very first row, and then there's the second row. And so you just string those along that row. And then in the next row, what you do is you take the one that looks like a castle, you put it down, that's called a rook.
Castle on each end.
Right, on each end. Inside of them, the horsies, which we call the knights. Inside of them, the ones that kind of have the pointy heads, those are called the bishops.
Oh, yeah.
And then we put the king and the queen. So which side does the king go on and which side does the queen go on?
If you're just learning how to play chess, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Really, I'm serious.
No,
get to that detail later.
The king goes on his color?
What? King is on his color.
Is that right? Oh,
okay, king's on his color. Okay, so then you start, each piece moves differently, doesn't it, Jay?
Yes, okay, so we start with white, and white has the first move, and a slight advantage, okay? And so what probably the first thing you want to move is a pawn.
Nah.
Okay, but you can move a knight. A knight can hop over other players. None of the other players can go through another player. Only knights can hop over things.
Because they're horses.
Right. So you have 2 choices for your first move. You can move a pawn or you can move a knight. Now, if you move a pawn, for the very first time that you touch a particular pawn, you can move it 2 squares forward rather than 1 if you wish.
And only forward.
Only forward. Okay, so this goes for your whole front row of pawns, is that you can, in their initial move, the first time you touch them, you can move them 2 squares forward. Now, a pawn is strange in the fact that it takes diagonally. It moves forward, but it takes diagonally. It's one of the few...
You take another piece by landing on the space where that piece is.
Right.
Any piece can take any other piece. There's no power levels.
Right. And although there is range, okay, so for example, bishops move diagonally, and so if they are not blocked by another player, they can move the entire length of the board, if you wish. But they can only go as far as another player, and they can either take that player if it's an opposition player, or they have to stop if it's one of their own.
Yes.
Okay. And really quickly, how the other players move. The rooks move horizontally and vertically. They cannot maneuver diagonally.
Wait, what's the goal? What are you playing?
The goal is to take the king.
Okay. Okay. Yes. And so we'll go over the others really quickly. Knights can move either 2 spaces forward and 1 space left or right, or 1 space forward and 2 spaces left or right.
Making 8 possible directions they can move in.
Right. And we went over bishops, which move diagonally.
What can the queen
And the queen can do everything except what the knight can do. In other words, it can go
horizontally
and vertically and diagonally.
Well, as far as it wants.
The king must be more powerful.
The king can only move one space in any direction. So and that's how you play chess, basically, folks.
Yep. And, well, the king had too much mutton. And when the king is finally taken, well, if the king is threatened, it's checkmate.
Checkmate.